a new player in the cement industry backed by no less than Henry C. Jr. Here's what we know about Big Boss Cement. The firm says it will make cement from lahar or volcanic debris from Pampanga, which is also where the first plant will be located. It is aiming to corner 3% of the market, which translates to about 720,000 metric tons a year. By its estimates, the total cement market in the Philippines comes up to about 25 million metric tons. This early, the company is already projecting revenues of 3.6 billion pesos in the first year. Big Boss Cement is also targeting to go public in 3 years' time, as well as expand to the US, China, and Europe. And as we mentioned, it is backed by Henry C. Jr., who will serve as its chairman. It is not known at this stage how much the C. Scion is putting into this venture. But the president will be Gilbert Cruz, an engineer who says he has developed a more environmentally friendly method for churning out cement. He spoke to our reporter Bev Natividad about what they are trying to do.
Normal cement is produced using clinkers. And so clinker is produced by burning and then 1500 degrees centigrade. Can you imagine? So if you use limestone is calcium carbonate, CaCO3. You put heat, the CO, carbon monoxide, and the CO2 escapes. It goes to the environment, destroying everything. Yeah. So that's actually why it's deleterious to environment.
And comparatively, your product,
We don't cook, so that's it. Everybody talks about green, so stopping the destruction of the environment. So we're leading the way.
this is a new technology product, but the idea is this might be a little more expensive, but you're saying this is cheaper.
Yes, it is.
How can this be cheaper?
Power is very expensive. So if you cook 1500 degrees centigrade, there's a lot of power. So that is why it's cheaper.
Sir, do you also plan to compete with others in the industry in terms of pricing?
Competition is not really our intention. Our intention is to produce a new technology cement and then make it affordable to the people and to the public. Lord willing, we go outside of the country and throughout the world. Because of the deficit, we don't produce as much as what we needed. So that's why a lot of traders are importing cement from Vietnam, from Japan, from China. So let's help arrest that trend and help our own economy grow.
Because of the forecast that the government is set to increase its need for cement by 2022, is one of the major reasons that you want to.
Based on the data, it's exponentially growing every year by 5-6%. So 22, 25, 28, and then it reaches 40 million metric tons. So we'd like to ride on that trend.
You said that you have one plant now and then you plan to. Could you tell us about your plan to expand that in several years down the line?
It would depend on the board of directors. But definitely we are installing an expansion. So that would be in place in probably 2 years from now. That would make our capacity quadrupled. Yeah.
People are also thinking that since Mr. Henry C. Jr. is involved, it's SM, and they're also building in the business of constructing buildings, malls, and residential areas. Are you going to have tie-ups with SM in terms of providing your cement to them?
Again, it's low supply and demand. So our production is very small, and it might not be enough in the Central Luzon area alone. So it depends. We'll go as we start to produce.